Hey everybody, welcome to QOTD, the question of the day show, the game show where you get to be on the air. Join us by recording video answers to our awesome daily questions.
And make sure to vote for your favorite answers to determine who makes it to the weekly Big Show Championship. That's on Thursdays, including tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
We're going to show you how you can make it on the air for that Thursday Big Show. But first, we're going to take a look at some of our favorite answers to today's question, which has to do with time travel and tech.
Ooh, a good combination, I would say.
Stellar one at that. But first, let's go through the top answers of this week, starting with Friday's question. What is one thing everybody really needs to improve on?
I think definitely this morning for me, it's my caffeination levels. I need like 7 cups of coffee.
Yep, more sleep and you need less coffee.
Yeah. Oh, so you're saying that we should actually improve ourselves. I get it. Very nuanced. Very nuanced. On Saturday, which was another awesome day, our question was, what's the last lie you ever told and why did you tell it? You know, people make lies sound so bad. But you know what? There are many lies which are good lies, you know? Like when you tell somebody they look good when maybe they don't, if they're a little bit nervous. Like the other day, we threw a surprise party for my daughter who got engaged. It was like this big surprise. And the lies I told throughout the week in order to try to disguise this thing were unbelievable. And so she would come into the house and there's like a big cake. And she's like, what's that cake for? I'm like, I'm just storing that for a friend. It was nonstop. Anyway, that was my lie. I'm sure that Samantha, Quinn, and Bailey have, you know, a good reason for their excellent lies. You must have thought so because these are your 3 answer leaders.
Well, here we have top 3 answers for Sunday's question. If you were a celebrity kid, who would you want your parents to be? So if you could choose from any 2 actors, singers, comedians, all kinds of famous people, who do you want to call mom and pop?
Albert Einstein. Anybody else?
Oh.
That's a good decision. Although I think Albert Einstein is so smart that, given Saturday's question, you couldn't lie to him because he would just see through it. Use quantum physics somehow. Speaking of parents and dads, what is something your dad does that drives you crazy? We have our top 3 answers. I've talked before about how my dad harps on things. And one of the things he really loves to harp on is semantics and how we say things. For example, he really doesn't like it when people say like in the middle of sentences. And if we were to say, I'm afraid we can't go to the movies, he would say, you're not actually afraid, you're just worried. So don't say afraid. Why would you say that?
Yeah, I'm totally on his side, by the way. I'm sorry, but maybe that's because I'm a dad, driving you crazy. So if you say the word literally in a sentence and you're not referring to a book, would he have brought that up and said something to you?
Oh yeah, he'd be like, that's not literally, do you mean figuratively?
Perhaps actually the word that you actually mean. Yeah, no, I get that a lot. From, my wife. Tuesday's question of the day was, what skills or wisdom did you pick up during quarantine? There was a lot of time for introspection there. One of the things that I discovered was I'm not a city mouse. I decided that I was a country mouse, that I enjoyed that time, like not going to the office, not commuting, not being like in the big exciting city. And I know that you guys love it, but I decided that I kind of liked the green. That was one of the things that I discovered, but there were lots of lessons that people picked up. Restaurant Swando, Allie, and Annabelle have different lessons. And these are the ones that you guys voted for.
It's funny, I think I learned the exact opposite thing. I was like, it's too quiet, I need cacophony, or else my brain just doesn't operate.
Yeah, you need pizza rat. That's what you felt like.
You need pizza rat. And that's something that blows me away. And it kind of leads me to our next question. Today's question, moment of truth. What modern invention would blow past humans away? Definitely pizza rat, we've talked about. I think keep it simple. If we're talking medieval times, show them a toilet would rock their world.
Do you know who invented? Speaking of dad jokes, you know who invented the toilet? No kidding around. A guy named John Crapper. True story. But you're right. That would solve so many of their problems having to do with sanitation, disease, etc. But mine, I would go with, would be birth control. Birth control is what they really needed back then. Could have totally changed the whole thing because less people, less garbage, less pizza rats, less bubonic plague.
God.
Rat-specific birth control.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
We could have that now. Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, we have another question. That's what invention would you like to see in the next 10 years? I think we have a winner. Yeah. No, for me, I think, well, in honor, I think the Super Mario Bros. Movie just came out today, or is coming out today. And that made me realize video games, especially like first-person games, would wow people. They could barely handle a train in a movie. So imagine like seeing things from the perspective of the character, being transported to those fictional worlds. That would be wild.
People would be like worshiping like their Xbox as if they're not already.
Exactly. Well, we have our amazing, incredible answers. And even though the question's just a few hours old, we also have answers from fans that are just as good as ours. So we wanted to take a moment to recognize one of those answers. So receiving the honor of Timeline Destroyer for his answer, which would totally mess with the timeline of the world because he'd introduced something wild in the past, we have Knox's answer. Let's take a watch.
If I travel back to the Middle Ages, I think there's a lot of things, like, a water purifier, all of these crazy vehicles, everything. I think the thing that would make them go insane the most is a laser gun. Like a little toy laser pointer even. Like, I think you could end wars with a laser pointer in the Middle Ages because they would not know how to do anything about it.
Interesting. Oh, you have one. Don't point it my way.
Yeah, no, that's how you're gonna end wars. You're gonna wow people. Talk about being burned as a witch for magic. Just like, oh, there's a light up there on the wall or light on the moon.
I love it. He's like a peaceful solution to all the world's problems, and it lives in a tiny little stick.
Drives the cats crazy.
Yes. Oh, but the cats, we need them to get the pizza rat because they don't have birth control and they don't have toilets yet. And so as a consequence, they've got bubonic plague, etc. So easy on the cats.
It really is a powerful tool, that laser pointer. Very good answer. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, as we've highlighted, today's question and Knox's answer is not the only question to answer we have. We have 6 whole questions this week, 5 other ones that you have access to, and we have another amazing answer for Sunday's question, which was, if you were a celebrity kid, who would you want your parents to be? Receiving the honor of newest Nepo baby. We have Chris's answer, which is just as good as Knox's.
I choose Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart because I want to be a filmmaker, and I could choose Martin Scorsese or like Steven Spielberg, but I probably wouldn't get along with them. We'd probably bicker. But Dwayne Johnson, I could chill with that guy. I could chill with Kevin Hart. Oh yeah, me and my gay parents. That'd be chill. That'd be chill.
He was not the only one that said Dwayne Johnson, correct?
Dwayne Johnson comes up as the answer to many questions. Dwayne Johnson sort of is the answer to every question. Even if you haven't thought of the question yet, don't worry about it. Dwayne Johnson is the answer.
What invention would blow past humans away? I'd say Dwayne Johnson.
Around. Fans, you've got one day left to submit your own videos for your very own chance to appear on our Thursday Big Show. That's tomorrow. Our super fun weekly finale hosted by us, Keith, JJ, Reed, and I. We go over the best of the best videos of the week. That's every Thursday at 8:30 a.m. on YouTube, Twitch, or right here at beyondtheair.com.
Yes, to record your answer, you can go to beyondtheair.com and click the orange record button under the 24/7 live game stream. Remember, you have just one more day to submit answers to today's question or any of this week's other questions for your chance to be on the air with us.
And by the way, while you're there, you can play the amazing Guess and Bid game where you bid stars on the answers that you think are going to win. And then when they do win, because you guessed Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you get more stars that helps you move up the leaderboard like these folks right here.
Gotta get on that. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us, especially those of you who have watched, voted, and recorded so far this week. We are QOTD and Be on the Air signing off. See you on TV.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
We're going back to the future.